Okay guys, so now that we've gone over our 3 different clefs and where all your notes go on the lines or spaces, I'm actually going to take you outside and I'm going to show you some fun activities you can do if you have a little bit of space. You could also do this inside if you have some clear floor space. We're going to make what's called a floor staff. I'm going to make mine outside and I'm going to show you some activities that you can do. And you can do it if you have chalk or if you have tape or if you have a long strip of paper, okay? But some fun stuff to kind of get you moving and to help you work on learning all those letter names for all your lines and all your space notes. Let's go. All right, hello everyone. We are outside and actually in my neighbor's driveway, because I don't have a driveway, I have drawn a staff, a really big staff, 5 lines in our 4 spaces, okay? I used chalk. You guys can use chalk. You could use tape. You could use, don't use anything that's permanent though. On one side, I put a treble clef, because we're gonna play some games on this staff. On my other side, I put a bass clef, okay? Because I didn't want my bass clef players to feel left out. So, when I show you the games that I'm gonna do with my daughter Laurel, I'm gonna do one bass clef version, and then I'll come over to the other side and I'll do my treble clef version. But this is a great activity. It kind of gets you outside, it gets you moving a little bit, okay? So you can play all sorts of games and really test yourself and push yourself. You can use this as a way to teach about the staff to your friends and family too. Get your parents involved. That could be fun. And you can see I also got my letters here, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, because Laurel doesn't know where her notes go on her music staff, so we're gonna use these letters to help her be my little assistant. All right, so here is an example of a floor staff. I'll say next one. Ready? Go. A, second space. C, third space. E, fourth space. F, top line. B, third line. D, fourth line. You can keep going. G, second line. F, first space. E, bottom line. A, second space. B, third line. G, second line. E, first line. F, first space. Fourth line. C, good, okay, stop. So, you could go faster and faster if your helper wants to speed you up, okay, like that. If she knew where her lines and spaces were, we would race. Maybe we would turn over a card, maybe I write them on pieces of paper, and we turn them over and we both say F, and we gotta go, and whoever gets there first would win. Okay, so now we're gonna do our bass clef version. As I showed you guys when I made my staff, I made sure I put a treble clef on one side and a bass clef on the other. So for my trombones and my cello players, here you go. We're gonna do the same game. We're gonna do bass clef. It's gonna be a little harder for me because as a French horn player, I play in treble clef. So I'm gonna have to really think about what line or what space I'm gonna be jumping to. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, let's go. Okay, I'm ready.
A,
First space.
B,
Third line.
F,
F. Fourth line.
B,
Second line.
C,
Second space.
G,
G. Top space.
F,
F. Fourth line.
B,
D. Third line.
A,
A. Top line. Okay.
G.
So what? Oh, G. That brings us to another thing you can do if you really want to challenge yourself. You could do high and low versions, right? Or go stand on the first space. Stand on this first space. No, that's a line. Go on the space. Here. All right. So this is an A right here. But you also have an A that's on your top line, okay? So if you really want to challenge yourself, you can write a high version and a low version of almost every note, right? We have high G, and then you guys have a lower G down here. Same thing for my treble clef friends. If we're going the other direction, E, G, B, D, F. You know you have a high E in the top space and a low E down here. Okay. So this game we're going to show you is really a flip-flop of the other game, where you're going to have your assistant, whether they know the notes or not. It's great if they know the notes, but they don't have to for this game. Your assistant is going to stand on any line or space in the staff, and then me, as the music student, I have to say the correct letter, okay? Now, if the person you're playing with knows their lines and spaces and the correct letters, they could tell you if you're right or wrong. Okay? But if not, you might have to double check yourself. Okay, ready? Go ahead, Laurel.
Ready.
Go. E. Do another one. A. C. Are you on the line or space?
Line.
G. E. D. F. B. C. E. Ooh, F. Oh, she's getting faster. Okay, so that's how that one works. Let's do a bass clef version. All right, here we are. We're doing bass clef style this time. So for all my low instruments, ready, go. Are you in the line or space?
Space.
E. A. B. G. D. Oh wait, no, sorry, C. I thought you were on the line. G. B. A. C. Which one are you in? E, good. E, good. Stop. Good. Okay, so that's pretty much the opposite. Instead of them calling out the letters and you going to the correct spots, they go to the spots and you got to call out the correct letters. Okay, so the next game that we're gonna do is more like a relay race. So you can do it with another person or a bunch of people, especially if they know their note names and their letters where they go on the staff. So Laurel and I, we're gonna use this. It's really just a Tupperware lid. We're gonna stand probably behind our letter G, stand behind the letter G, and throw it. And wherever it lands on our staff, we're gonna say the letter and then we can run and pick it up and give it to the next person. So while it's more fun with a couple people, you can do it by yourself just to kind of push yourself, and you could time yourself and see how long it takes you to get every line or space. And then you could also do it as a skill. How good are you at throwing your marker to get it on every line and every space? Okay, here we go. You go first? Okay. Ready? Go. That's A. Go get it. I'm gonna go with C. That's more in the space than on the line. Underneath, that's a D. Go ahead. Top line, that's an F. That's one. Good, first space, that's an F. Third space, that's a C. Okay, so that's how that game, that version of that game can work. All right, guys, we hope that you had some fun learning how you could use a big staff outside. Woohoo! To kind of play around and to help you learn your notes and reinforce some of those things that we were talking about. So we hope that you got outside and had a little bit of fun and maybe even taught some letter names to somebody else who didn't know them. See ya!